Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis, coming to you from the Ventura Cigar Company studio. With me today is Jiunn Liu and John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Dolphins suck, Jets rule.
Today we are talking about the Espinosa Las Provincias MTZ. This is a Toro 6-inch by 52 ring gauge. Comes out of the San Latano factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Nicaraguan Habano 2000 by Under Filter, both from Nicaragua. It is blended by Hector Alfonso. Price point is $16.50, and the cigar is released in July of 2019. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like?
Best AJ ever. No. um, I like the cigar. I keep thinking from the moment you light this up, I keep thinking, man, this is classic Espinosa style of like kind of that Habano kind of style of wrapper, flavor profile. I mean, so what do I mean by that? Like, you light this thing up and you get that familiar like Espinosa, like that red pepper kind of a pop going on. But it's not just all pepper, just for pepper's sake. I thought this particular cigar had really full flavors of that red pepper, as well as there was this really rich nuttiness, like a roasted, like a chestnut sort of a thing going on. And that kind of equal parts of the nuttiness and the red pepper spice did a really good job of persisting through the entire cigar for me. And to that extent, I thought it was a really good cigar. It held up pretty well. But the only thing that might be like a little bit of a miss was, within the last, like, halfway through the last third, I kind of felt like there was some harshness coming through. But hopefully, give it a few more months, a few more time, it'll kind of smooth that out.
How about you, John? What are your overall thoughts?
I had a consistently good smoking experience all the way through, and I agree, June. I think you hit the nail on the head. Is this kind of goes back to the sort of Espinosa comfort zone, which is a Habano wrapper, but I would say the intensity is dialed back, so you're not really getting that. Espinosa, I think, in the past gives a lot of full pepper, pepper blast, red pepper flake blast. And I would say that was a lot more muted on this experience. So as a result, I was able to get a lot more cocoa, graham cracker, and a lot more subtle notes. And I was surprised at how consistent it was throughout. Like, I don't think it had as many flavor change-ups in sort of the last half of the second third, and certainly not in the last third, but the flavors were consistently good and enjoyable and not overpowering to my palate. So, I was impressed. I think I definitely enjoy this more than last year's release. And of course, the burn and construction were really, really good. I had a relight, which was really weird. It just kind of randomly went out on me. And the smoking time was a little fast for me. I finished in 1 hour and 34 minutes. So that could very well have been me just puffing away because I was enjoying it so much. But given that it's a true Toro, which is JMSG approved, by the way, at 6x52, I would have expected, 2 hours 20, 2 hours 30 out of this. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with wood, intense baking spice, and cream, and then the baking spice kind of mellowed out fairly quickly. The cream transitioned over to muskness, got a little dry earth that joined in as the wood kind of got a toasted note to it. Wrapped up with charred wood, muskness, and light earth. Construction was pretty good, didn't need any attention. Overall, I thought the cigar was fairly average. After the cream and the baking spice kind of faded away, that kind of just took away anything special that the cigar had for me. Comparing this to the LHB, which you mentioned earlier, John, I think I prefer the LHB over this one. Price point's pretty high, kind of be a bit of a deterrent to revisit this cigar. But I think it's worth a try to see what you think. John, you liked it. So, if people find out that they like it, then they can choose to see if the cigar is expensive or not. But getting into the scores, start at the top with you, John, 7.07. June was next at 6.72. I give it a 5.85, and Seth, who wasn't able to join us tonight, gave it a 5.45. So, John, 7.07.
That tracks for me. First of all, I think this is the kind of cigar that you look forward to coming out of the IPCPR, and really there hasn't been many of, if any. So I think just that alone means this is probably going to be a cigar that's going to land on my top 25 of the year. But it's so refreshing to get a cigar that's consistently good from start to finish and not have that last third be such a disappointment. So, price point aside, good smoking experience, and gosh, it's refreshing to smoke something good out of the show.
All right, Jiunn, 6.72.
I thought it was good. The only thing that's disappointing is I feel like, because this is very much so in line with what most of like Espinosa Habano flavor profile is. There's more richness, I'd say, but at the same rate, I don't think it justifies that near $17 MSRP. I mean, you could get yourself something that's comparable-ish to this, and in the Espinosa Habano, and you're only spending like $7-8. So, is it more than double as good as there's some of the core lines? I don't think so, but it is a good cigar.
Yeah, at 5.85, and that matches. It was a slightly above average flavor profile. It was pretty good construction. Slight burn waviness, a little bit of tight draw, I think so. But overall, I thought it was a fairly average cigar, but it matched up with my thoughts. Anything else from you guys on this one?
Thank you, Hector, for saving me from the doldrum of reviewing bad cigars. I was about ready to just snap and lose it because, man, I've forgotten what a good cigar tastes like.
All right, if you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Also, check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.